Welcome back to LVMTG. Today we're taking a look at another pre-modern deck, Blue-Green Madness. Let's dive right in. This deck took the world by storm in the late 1990s, early 2000s, where the goal of the deck is discarding your cards to get some increased value from their madness cost. Case in point, the biggest example is Basking Rootwalla. For 1 green, you can get a 1/1 that can pump itself, or pay its madness cost, which is 0. You basically get a free creature. Now we do need some enablers to make these madness cards work. The biggest one, and the one that was on top of the world back in this day, was Wild Mongrel. Wild Mongrel, you discard a card from your hand. It gets +1/+1 and becomes the color of your choice until end of turn. We can pump this guy up huge and get a ton of value off these madness cards. Let's break a few of them down and dig a little deeper into this deck. This deck is separated into 3 categories. 1 are discard enablers, 2 are madness cards, and 3 cards that don't mind being in the graveyard. Let's take a look at each category. First, we're going to start with the enablers. I've got 2 in this deck. The first one's that aforementioned Wild Mongrel, and the other one is Merfolk Looter. So Merfolk Looter, the other great thing about it is we benefit from the card we discard, and we also get to draw a card to dig deeper. Now on top of that, we do have the madness cards. We've already taken a look at Basking Rootwalla. However, there are 2 more. One of the big ones, our beater, is Arrogant Worm. Typically you'll pay 3 and 2 green for a 4/4 worm with trample. However, its madness cost is 2 and a green, which was definitely aggressive stats for the time period. And now we do have a little counter magic. It's Circular Logic. For 2 and a blue, Circular Logic is an instant that can counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. We're definitely going to have a large graveyard, and the madness cost is only a singular blue. Most of the time this will be a 1 mana leak. And the final category is cards that don't mind being in the graveyard. I've got that broken down into subcategories. The first one are cards with flashback that is undercost to compare to their normal mana value. The biggest one is Deep Analysis. Deep Analysis costs 3 and a blue. For a sorcery, target player draws 2 cards. However, the aggressive flashback cost is 1 and a blue, pay 3 life for the same effect. Furthermore, Roar of the Worm is another one. For 6 and a green, you put a 6/6 green worm creature token into play. Doesn't seem too snappy. If the flashback cost is paid though, it's 3 and a green for a 6/6 beater, which is quite good for pre-modern. Then our final category, cards that really love it when they're in the graveyard. First one is Aether Burst. It's 1 and a blue for an instant. Return up to X target creature cards to their owner's hand, where X is 1 plus the number of Aether Burst cards in all graveyards. So this one here, we can discard these cards away to load up our graveyard and do a mass bounce with the subsequent spells. Finally, there's Accumulated Knowledge. One of my favorite cards for any 60 card format where you can have 4 of. What's it do? For 1 and a blue, draw a card and then draw cards equal to the number of accumulated knowledge cards in all graveyards. Who knows, our opponent may be playing this and we can draw a ton of cards for just 2 mana. If you enjoyed this deck overview and deck tech, you might enjoy my Stasis, Premodern, deck tech, and overview. Please check it out. And once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.